Mr. Brahmam, for having invited me, and wish all of you uh, a very happy Women's Day. And I wish every lady present here should have deserved an award today. The reason is that you cannot lead a life of a woman without struggle, without success, without battling, several of the challenges that you have in life. And therefore, to me, every single woman deserves a kind of award, whether we give it or not, they hold that award for themselves. In the early days, we used to say in our Vedas, Tatra Naryastu Pujyate, Tatra Ramyate Devataha, where women are worshipped, the divinity exists at that. In the modern context, we say wherever women are celebrated, there is a universe of positivity all around them. Right? The very fact that most of the women leads institutions today, and the fact that they are teachers in schools, is one of the causes that still some amount of positivity exists in the school environment, right? Because I don't blame that the gents are responsible for negativity, but the question is the kind of challenges that the women face. Again, in the early days, we used to say that in anybody's life, four important dhanas are very important. And they used to say, first, Garbhadana, being a mother is not a very easy job. Garbhadana, Raktadana, Annadana, and then Vidyadana. And women, with all these four danas, plus one, the Nidana, I think they make all that. So I think that makes all the, credentials for the women. There was a time when we say that this kind of a job was possible for a woman. This is not possible for them. But the days are gone. From the day when I joined colleges in 60s, where there used to be one or two ladies studying in engineering college. Today you find 50 to 60% of the colleges, engineering or any other type of colleges that you have are absolutely occupied by women. Is a very positive factor that we are changing, right? The concept of gender equity, gender equality, gender neutrality, and also gender sensitivity has really gained momentum both in school education and others. Very recently, yesterday, as a matter of fact, I would have picked up from what Mr. Srinivasan said, right? He talked about his mother. As a matter of fact, yesterday on the Mother's Day, I posted, I was talking to Bhavani Shankar, that I posted a write-up, right, where I said, I had a question to ask by somebody, who is the most admirable woman you had in your life? And I said, my mother. And he said that this answer would have been better on a Mother's Day and not a Woman's Day. I said my mother fits even on the Woman's Day because though she studied only up to class 8, right? And at the age of 93, I got inspiration from her because even at the age of 93, she used to read for 6 hours to 8 hours, right? And then when she asked me a question, what do you think will happen to Sunita Williams, or what do you think will Kamala Harris will do? I used to imagine about the kind of global knowledge she used to gain by reading newspapers, even at that particular point of time. So, your woman, right? To say, and all mothers have sense of compassion. You cannot be a mother without a compassion. And therefore, when you come to the school, right, you are not the mother of one child, you are the mother of hundreds of children over there. Therefore, I do believe that womanhood is what do you call treasure house of compassion, and they are the real builders of the society. That's why we say when you educate a child, when you educate a boy, you educate one person. When you educate a girl, you educate a family, right? And therefore, I would be extremely happy. I would be happy to congratulate all women in education. I remember the day when I was a principal, that was in the early 77 or so, when I had a very interesting, I was a young boy of 30 years old when I walked into the school. I had 142 staff members, out of them 137 were women, right? And there were only 4 gents, naturally 2 were physical education teachers. Now the question is, it was a very easy job for me to handle because the emotional sensitivity, the emotional compatibility, and the emotional balance all my teachers exhibited helped me in managing the institution well. In a world which is absolutely changing today, my friends will apologize, excuse me for saying that, because the way that the learning happens amongst women, to me it seems to be much better as compared to the gent folks there, because you lead institutions, and therefore you're going to be absolutely sensitive to what happens all around today, and the communicability and manageability of organizations is fast increasing. Hats off to all the women here, and this is nothing new. I remember even in our early days, Thiruvalluvar, when he talked about the women, he said, "Tarkathu tarkundan vedi thaisanda sorkathu chorvira pen." அப்போ எப்படின்னு கேட்டால் தற்காத்து செல்ஃப் டிஃபென்ஸ் இட்ஸ் நாட் அ ப்ராப்ளம் டுடே. ஈவன் தட் டே the kind of challenges existed. Not only தற்காத்து தற்கொண்டான் பேணி நர்ச்சரி, பேணி இந்த வார்த்தைக்கு அர்த்தம் பார்க்குறப்ப என்னது நர்ச்சரி. She nurtured not only herself, she nurtured the entire family. தகைசான்ற gracefully. Sorkathu, the way that you protect, the kind of words that you use. So, ladies and gentlemen, the question basically is the role played by women in society is absolutely incredible. I wish Shakespeare should have been present today when he wrote in Hamlet, when he talked about the soliloquy of Hamlet, when he saw Hamlet seeing his mother getting remarried. He said, "Fragility, thy name is woman." Right? Today, if Shakespeare would have been there, he would have rewritten the Hamlet and say, "Courage, thy name is woman." Right? And I think that is the way the society is evolving. My only appeal to the lady teachers and the principals of the health institution here is that we are in a changing world. Therefore, unfortunately, when we celebrate our culture, when we celebrate all our, heritage, it's equally important to be sensitive to the changes that's happening around. Thanks to the national education policy today, that we are moving from a world of teaching to learning, and also from learning to learnability. Right? The question is that our entire education system has to be repositioned to what the children are capable of learning, and the kind of scope, Madam was talking about the cafeteria approach or the buffet approach. I think every school we need to have curricula which is absolutely a buffet approach, where the children will choose to learn what they want to, and therefore they can, excel in the way that where they have the passion. Right? I think the entire scenario of education system has to absolutely to change. We are focused for decades and decades what the school is all about, what an institution is all about. All that we refer to the landscape of the school. I've got 130 rooms over there. I got so much of transport. I've got so many grounds. And I think the school will not be celebrated in future with that. The school will be celebrated by your mindscape. What is the vision of your school? What are your offerings to the institution? Right? What kind of skills that you are going to impart? That's going to define the kind of school that we need. And I think the women leaders sitting over here are capable of bringing that kind of a change. That kind of a change. Right? The days are gone where you thought, I am just a woman. No more. I am a woman. That's the kind of I remember, I would like to close with a very small note. I remember way back in 87 or 88 when I was traveling from Delhi to Benares, right, Varanasi. I was traveling in the night Prayagraj Express. I used to write a lot of poems. That once I got down in Aligarh in the night around 9 o'clock for a cup of tea, the policeman came and told me, "Sir, there's a curfew, you can't get down here because there was a battle going on over there." So I went to the next station. When I got down there, it was night around midnight. I saw a lady, UP lady, sitting in the midnight with a dim light, with her sari was torn. She was stitching the sari at the night, 12 o'clock on a November night. And I said, it's a cold night. She didn't have a warm clothing and all that. I was touched, and I came and wrote a small poem in praise of the womanhood. And I would like to close with that. What I wrote was, sitting on the platform she sits, the meek woman is all in rags. Antics of culture carved on her face, she questions not the wisdom of her race. She has braved many a weather, but her cap's never had a feather. Who will give her a hand today? Arise, O ye, to have your say. Thank you.